I want to give you an update on where we stand in terms of an open convention. You know, most Democratic leaders have just fallen in line endorsing Kamala Harris. I was gladdened to see today that President Obama has stood rather for an open convention. The very concept of it. If we simply shoehorn in Kamala Harris, this will be a stain of illegitimacy for which I think the Democrats will pay in November. A lot of the people who are the powerful forces within the Democratic Party are very concerned about an open convention because they fear that it would be messy. I think we should be far more concerned about a boring convention. Remember, the Republicans had a lot going on at their convention, and we have to have a lot going on at ours too. I think we'll have a lot going on if we talk about the deeper truths that are the real antidote to the big lies that Donald Trump is going to be telling. The bigger truths about how the economy works in the United States, how it works to enable those who already have wealth to create more wealth, making it more and more difficult all the time for the average American to even make it at all. We need to talk about our need for Medicare for all, tuition-free college and tech school, subsidized child care, and affordable housing. We need to talk about a guaranteed living wage, the prison industrial complex, a climate emergency, ending the drug war, and waging peace. There's so much for us to discuss that will not be discussed if we just go with the same old, same old. Right now, there's a frenzy of excitement and adrenaline because Kamala's there. And I understand the excitement because we were held back so long by this family drama. And I'm glad that we're in this state of excitement, but we also need to be thinking. And if we really think, then we know that we have to do something much more important than just coming up with someone. We have to have an honest debate about what the Democratic Party stands for in terms of actual policy and where we're going to go from here. That's why we're doing everything we can. You know, there is one person who for the last year and a half has been talking very seriously about the 1 in 4 Americans who live with medical debt, about the almost 40% of Americans who are regularly skipping meals in order to pay their rent, who's been talking very seriously about those floods and those hurricanes and those fires and how they indicate our need for far more urgent action on the climate crisis, talking about the drug war and our need to dismantle it, talking about how important it is that we learn to wage peace and not just continue to wage war. There's so many things we need to be talking about, serious things that we need to be talking about. And yes, there's one person who's been serious. And the reason they call that person unserious is because they know how serious I am. I hope that you'll join with me in being very serious about our need for an open convention. At this point, it's going to take a lot of public outcry, which I think is beginning in a lot of places. People who understand this is not democracy to just select the next person. We're trying, but right now they won't even release to us the list of delegates. That's all right. We're going to keep trying, and if nothing else, we're making a stand for what's right. Martin Luther King said, your life begins to end on the day you stop talking about things that matter. And I think democracy and the democratic process truly matter, particularly at this point in our history. Thank you for standing with me. We're going to get somewhere. Not sure exactly where that is, but I know that that where is what matters. Thanks.